Distant Savannah, at night, low moon over dry grass, the Savannah sleeps beneath a cold, silver moon. But every whisper of wind hides a story of survival. A lone lion walking slowly through tall grass, the king walks alone. Muscles rippling beneath golden fur, eyes sharp with confidence. Crickets echo in the background, the air hums with insects. A rhythm of life that never stops, even when death prowls nearby. Camera follows lion's steady gait. Each step is deliberate, each breath a declaration of dominance. The lion knows no fear. Distant laughter pierces the silence until laughter breaks the calm. Not human laughter, but something darker, crueler. Silhouettes of hyenas appear in the grass, eyes glint in the darkness. Shadows move low and fast. The hyenas have found their prey. Lion stops, lifts head, ears twitch, the king halts. He's not afraid, just alert. Every sound tells a story, and this story smells like trouble. Hyena's eerie giggle echoing closer, the laughter grows. It's not joy, it's hunger. It's the voice of a mob preparing for war. Close up on lion's eyes, he knows what's coming. He's faced it before. But tonight, he's alone. Hyenas emerging from the dark, forming a circle, the circle tightens. 10, maybe 15, every pair of eyes locked on one golden target. Lion growls lowly, a sound rolls from his chest, deep, ancient, powerful, a warning that even the fearless should heed. Hyenas pause briefly for a moment. Silence. The pack hesitates. Even chaos can feel fear. Alpha hyena steps forward, but one steps closer, the leader. Scarred, cunning, and too proud to back down. Lion lowers head, ready to charge. The desert holds its breath. Dust trembles beneath his paws. First clash, lion roars. Hyenas scatter, the roar splits the night like thunder. The ground shakes. Even stars seem to blink. Hyenas regroup, circling again, but the laughter returns. Louder, closer, the pack learns quickly, and they are many. Lion swipes, hitting one hyena, his paw moves like lightning. One strike, one scream. Blood in the sand. The rest retaliate, teeth flash. Bodies dart. The night becomes chaos. Hyena bites, lion's hind leg pain erupts. The king stumbles for the first time, he bleeds. Lion retaliates, biting down on attacker, but pain only fuels his fury. His jaws snap down like a trap forged by gods. Hyena squeals and falls, silent, one less voice in the night. But the others are not done. Lion surrounded again, the circle reforms. Tighter, smarter, this is not a fight, it's an execution. Moonlight flickers through dust, the moon watches silently cold, indifferent to kings and killers alike. Lion's breath, visible in the cold air, his chest heaves, muscles strain. The king still stands, but for how long? Hyenas charge together, and then the flood. Dozens of snarls, snapping teeth, blinding speed. Lion roars again, pushing back, the roar shakes the grass. It's not just sound, it's defiance. One hyena leaps, lion catches mid-air, the lion's reflexes ignite. He catches the attacker mid-flight, crushing it in one motion. Dust cloud rising, the earth itself seems to rage with them. Hyena claws scrape his face, blood streaks across the king's muzzle. The laughter grows frenzied, they smell weakness. Lion pinned for a brief moment for the first time, the king hits the ground. The crown trembles. Close up lion's eyes, burning with fire, but inside those eyes, no surrender, only fury. He surges up, throwing two attackers away, the lion rises again, unstoppable. Kings don't beg for mercy, they earn it. Alpha hyena charges from behind the leader, tries to end it himself. He leaps fangs first. Lion turns, Counterattack, a single move. A blur of power. Lion crushes Alpha's throat's silence. The laughter stops mid-co. The leader falls. Hyenas freeze for a moment. The mob forgets what it means to be brave. Lion roars into the night. That roar is not victory. It's a promise to every creature watching. Hyenas retreat a few steps. The pack wavers. The balance of power shifts in the sand. Distant call. Another lion responds, but then a sound. Soft at first, then stronger. Reinforcements. Lioness shapes appearing in the distance. The pride is coming. Silent shadows moving through the grass. Hyenas sense danger. Their confidence falters. They know what happens when lions fight as one. Lion holds his ground. The king doesn't chase. He waits. He knows the tide has turned. The first lioness charges into frame, then chaos reborn. A blur of fury, claws, and vengeance. Hyenas scattering in panic. The hunters become prey in seconds. Screams replace laughter. Lioness pins one hyena, grace and power combined. A storm of muscle and precision. Alpha's corpse in the sand. The leader lies still. A reminder that arrogance kills. Hyenas retreat into darkness. The survivors vanish into the black horizon. The night swallows their pride. 48 Lion turns to his pride. The king stands among his queens. Battered but unbroken, Lioness licks blood from his fur in silence. They honor survival, not victory. Dawn light begins to rise over the savannah. The first light of morning touches the battlefield, and peace returns. For now, morning sunlight over bloody sand. Dawn reveals the cost of survival. The battlefield is silent, except for the whispers of flies. Close-up of Lion's eyes, reflecting the sunrise. Those eyes have seen death, defiance, and victory, all before the day has even begun. Lion walking slowly across the savannah. Every scar tells the story of a night that almost ended the king's reign. Lionesses follow close behind. Unity, that is what keeps them alive. No king stands without his pride. Hyenas limping away in the distance. The survivors retreat, their laughter gone, replaced by the quiet shame of defeat. Alpha's body half buried in dust. Even the boldest fall when they forget their limits. Birds circle overhead. The vultures arrive, drawn by the scent of lessons learned too late. Lion pauses to look back. He doesn't look out of pity. He looks to remember. The crown demands memory as much as strength. Wind sweeping over dry grass. The savannah moves on. It always does. The weak vanish. The strong remain. Close-up of Lioness's paw prints beside the king's two sets of prints, side by side. Power isn't about domination. It's about survival together. Lion cubs emerging from tall grass. The future watchers quietly, small eyes, learning what it means to be fearless. Hyena tracks fading in the distance. The night's story becomes legend. Even the losers carry it in their blood. Lion pride resting under acacia shade. The world forgets battles quickly, but the savannah never forgets balance. A lone hyena glancing back. Once one survivor looks back, not for vengeance, but respect. Lion lying down, mane glowing in sunlight. For now, the king rests. But every sunrise brings new challenges. Distant storm clouds forming. The calm won't last. The cycle never ends. Hyenas regrouping under distant hill in the shadows. The next generation plans. Hunger never sleeps. Lion cub playing with mother's tail. Innocence exists only in moments before hunger wakes. Lion closing eyes briefly. The king knows peace is just an illusion, a pause between wars. Birds take flight. Suddenly, the savannah speaks again. Every creature listens. Every creature prepares. Distant roar echoes across plains. His roar travels miles. A warning, A reminder, a claim. Elephant herd walking across frame, even giants acknowledge the sound of dominance. Hyena shadows far off, moving away, respect earned through blood is never forgotten. Close-up of lion paw pressing into earth, the king marks his land, not out of arrogance, but duty. Wind-blowing mane, gently time moves, but legends stay still. Lioness grooming cub, tenderly life after war.com, nurturing, real. Distant thunder rolling, in nature prepares its next story. Hyena den at night, pups emerging, new laughter is born. Tiny, curious, and unaware of the scars that came before. Lion pride, watching the horizon, peace is only ever borrowed, never owned. Wide shot, vast savannah, stretching endlessly here. Every life is borrowed from death. Every breath costs something. Lion, standing tall against rising sun, and yet he stands. Unbroken, unmatched, unforgotten. Hyena howl echoes faintly, the challenge never truly ends. Lion looks toward sound. Silent, he doesn't chase it. He simply listens. The savannah, silent once more, the war of instincts becomes a rhythm of life again. Montage, lion roaring, hyenas running, dawn breaking, the story of predator and rival, eternal, primal, and pure. Lion walking into sunrise, some stories don't need an ending, they just need witnesses. Close up on lion's paw over alpha hyena's, track the past beneath his feet, conquered, but never forgotten. Lion pride forming silhouette against light, strength is not born alone. It is carried by those who stand beside you. Hyena eyes in distant shadows, they wait, they heal, they plan, because nature never crowns forever. Lion cub, watching horizon curiously, the next generation will learn, fight, and claim their moment. Wide sweeping drone shot, endless plains, the savannah breathes again. Vast, timeless, unforgiving. Lion's roar closing shot, his roar ends the night, begins the legend. Text overlay, in the wild there are no heroes, only survivors. Nature writes its truths in blood and dust. Lion pride, walking off into golden light, the kings and queens of the savannah disappear into their endless kingdom. Fade to black, faint echoes of hyena laughter. Somewhere in the distance, the laughter begins again. Subtle heartbeats sound, life continues. One beat, one breath, one fight at a time. Logo fade in. Animal X Factor, real stories, real battles, real nature. Lion's final roar in slow motion, witness the power. Feel the fear, remember the wild. Text overlay, who rules the night? The answer changes every time the moon rises. CTA, subscribe and follow for next battle. Join Animal X Factor and never miss the next fight for survival.